All right, welcome back. My name is Dr. Jordan Mochocki. This is a series in principles of marketing, and today we're going to be talking about personal selling and promotional techniques. This is just my spin on it, and interjecting what we've talked about in the classroom, different students, different articles we read, the publishers of the book, and the authors' spin on it. And we're just going to give a real quick overview. Now, when I look at sales, why did they put it together this way? I'm just looking at it from the outside, thinking sales, selling, and sales promotion. The sales promotion gets me as a potential customer to come into the store. Doesn't mean I'm buying anything. I'm just looking at it. And that's for the salesperson, the individual that basically will look at it, he'll talk to you, try to make that connection with you, try to figure out what you really need or what are the stimuluses that will, or the triggers that will make you buy their service over a competitor's, or they may have both product lines in there, like a department store or a superstore, and they're basically coming in there and say, okay, which one? One gives them. Why would they push one over the other? Is it because of quality? Or is it because the salesperson is getting a commission? Or is it because the business is getting some kind of a promotional campaign to push one product over the other? It all ends up about the dollar. There's nothing wrong with it. It's ethical. Well, ethical, it's legal, let's put it that way. The ethics portion is something that is your moral compass that you believe in it. So here I'm going to go to the learning objectives, what you should learn, what you should have got out of it. So we're going to talk about this and this, I think in the book that we're following chapter 16. Now I'm going to use the concept maps. It just makes it easier. I'm going to go to 200 so you can follow along. And I'm not going to go into much detail. I'm just going to tell you my spin on it. So when I'm looking at the steps of the selling process, and basically this was a kind of a nice thing that the author had on there. Prospecting. Who do you want to buy? And when you look at selling and prospecting, think of you looking for your soulmate. I'm looking for soulmate. I don't care what religion, culture. You're looking for that soulmate, that connect, someone that we could work together. And it could be a community, it could be individual, it could be a multiple, whatever. You're looking for that soulmate, that connection. So you're looking at other individuals and saying, no, he or she doesn't have that, no, this one doesn't have that, or I'm looking at different organizations or places to go to that I may meet that person. And that's what you're doing through the prospecting and qualifying. You're looking and then you're going to qualify the person, but you have to go to the thing. So then you approach the person. Before the approach, there's certain criteria you're looking for, or certain things you think you understand about the individual. You approach them. How you approach them is how you come off that first connection. Because remember, your approach is not only what you're saying. Hello, my name is George. Can I help you? Hi, I'm George. I saw you're in this thing in here. You see, it's the different. The approach is all the nonverbal cues that 80% of the people are picking up. How you walk, how you talk, and some of it you are having the same mannerism that they use. If they're always scratching like this, and you're scratching like that, hey, something about that dude I like, okay? And then the presentation and demonstration. Once you get in there, you always start off with the highest quality, that's the best thing, and work down. Or some people say, here's our basic model. If it was a promotion to get you on, it's basically a basic model, and you look into the model, it's got all the features, yes, and don't go over there and try to upsell them right off the bat. I can tell you that way, because they know they're being used. So you come in there and say, here's all the features on this. We have this, and look, this one does this. And then you're talking to the individual. And while you're talking to the individual, you're picking up, oh, he's a family man, or he's more of a techie individual, or she's more of an upcoming star or something in her company. And this is what you want. So when I'm doing it, now I know what you want. So here's your basic model. That's what brought me in. Because in the marketing campaign that we talked last time, it is the paid message that the company's saying, here's the product that will take care of your problem or the need. And so now that brought you in there. And now you have to present the product to them. And once they have that, and you find out those little niches, those little things that they want more than other in a product, and you have that, that's an upsell. And you go, okay, so, oh, you're a sports person, so you're going out in the world, oh, yeah, we have this isn't a 4G, but, we have a 5G version. Be careful, 5G. A lot of they have the 5G out there, but the phones ain't equipped yet. So I'm told. Okay? So let me go. So, all right. So then you give them a presentation and demonstration, and then you do the upsell, just like in the classroom. I'm talking. Okay. So now, and remember, those of you if you're listening to this, I don't edit very rarely do I edit my YouTube. If I'm lying, this is what I would do if I mess up. And it's part of the selling. You're natural. You're yourself. You drop the papers. You do something. You know what I mean? But they say he's an everyday person. I'm not, and that's what they're connected to. But he's smart. He knows the thing. And how do you know it? You go to one salesperson, to a person, you talk to them, and they tell you this, and then you say, well, I'm not sure, and I'm going to go look around, and you come back later, because you're in this qualifying, looking for whatever product. And then, so that's what that person is. But I have to understand what stage they're at. And so then when they come back, they may already talk to 2 or 3 different people from different companies or different your competitors. So they may be more knowledgeable than you think, but they're acting like, oh, what does this button do? And they want to see your knowledge. And that's where that connection comes in. So be careful. Remember, I came out of sales and marketing, so I understand. I also came out of construction, so it works out well. That's my read my bio one day. All right. So when I'm looking at this, so now you have your presentation demonstration. They like it, and now you could say any kind of objections. And remember, here it is said objection, but it also could be upselling, because at this time they say, well, I wish this thing had. Well, we do have the next model. It's about $50 more. And when we talked about the price differences, it's what would be an average price for an average person to take that next leap, the next step forward. If I'm going to climb up a mountain and I go, holy shoot, there's no way in hell I'm going all the way up there, they say, well, just take up to this step. So I'm in the second step. Now I'm a little bit closer, then the third step. But those steps are manageable. If I had to step like this, I'm still going, there's no way I can make it. So they make the step when you're walking on it like you'd be walking up a regular step. So the step of the pricing, think of that. Remember, you got to think logically. You got to think like a customer, but think how they're coming out of it. All right? All right, so we have that. Oops, I'm trying to get this over on the 20. And then you, remember, objection or upsell, and then you do the closing. Okay, here's what you have, and that's where you come with. You got discount price, you don't want to buy it now, blah, 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 and then you do follow-up. After you close up, you say, call me if you have any problem, or after you buy a big-ticket item, you go, hey, this is George, are you okay? Your dentist, or your doctor, you have a big surgery or something else, or they do a root canal or a new bridge, and they'll come up and they'll call you later on, hey, how you doing? That gives you it takes care of your cognitive dissonance that you've learned in psychology, but it also helps you make that reconnection. They care about me. It's not only my check cleared. Oh, by the way, how you feel? Oh, your check just bounced, or your check. Did you write me the check yet? You don't do that. You have to have those separate, so people don't make that connection. You want to do the follow-up as a concerned salesperson coming up. Or remember, you as a salesperson are representing the organization. And they don't use sales anymore, because if you do sales, it means I'm trying to peddle something. What they use are account managers, associates, or partners. That makes a big difference. Sales means, oh, you're trying to sell me something. What do you want? Sometimes I want the sales, because I understand I'm out there to buy something. But you want that, remember, that's a short-term, one-time deal. You want them to come back. That's what the follow-up. So they'll come back to you again. Where's that other person in that store? I liked him better, or I liked her better. She was more knowledgeable. He may be the same sex I am, or gender, but you know what I mean. But she's more knowledgeable. So I'm looking at knowledge. I don't really care what the person is. They're knowledgeable. They're friendly, and everything else. And that's how you start getting that repeat customers. And remember, the repeat customers helps you on your commission when we talk later on, but it also helps your organization. That's my quick overview on this. Okay, so now you have, and we're going to talk to anything. So now, we talked about the roles of the thing, the salesman's role, the personal selling, the salespeople, we just talked about. They all have different roles, they're different targets. If I'm in different areas, I have to make sure, and you look at a salesperson as a chameleon. We change the color depending on who the customers are. I'm not a fake person. I'm not changing my colors. My values are my values. But I understand their values may be a little different. So I'm not emphasizing on certain values that we may clash on. I'm emphasizing on certain values of the product or the service that we don't clash on. So I make those connections. There's no one that's going to be perfect. You're not going to make satisfied anyone. If you find that person, let me know. Or let other people know. Okay? So now, and that's what the sales people do, effective link between the company, everything we talked about. Now, identify and explain Salesforce management steps. When I'm looking at this, you got to design your strategy. What's your strategy? And I'm not going to go into it. We talked about depends on the course, depends on the level. So I'm looking at what is it bringing more customers in? Is it selling another product? Is it just brand image? Just to tell them, hey, we care. You know what I mean? Okay, recruiting salespeople. How am I going to find a person? Remember, you may have the best strategy, the best message, everything is out there, but the person that comes in there and you say we're real friendly, and the person comes to myself, hey, what do you want? Can I help you? Wait a second, I'm talking to my friend. 1 second. That's not going to work. So you want to find the software and everything else to help you. And how do you train the salesperson? It has to be one of your better individual that trains. You're going to find out training. And I don't like the way training. Training, you train a dog. I'm looking at the way educating your salesperson. Look. You're nonverbal. You're coming across wrong this way. Try to smile a little bit more. Don't give them that shit-eating grin. What is the way I look? Shift them around. And you could work on it. Look in the mirror and talk about it. And remember, after a while, you know it. So you're educating a person how to go. Some people are better salespeople than others because they got that charisma. They got that aura. They got that energy, that spark, whatever. They got the looks. They got the feature. Look, I don't really care. This is what's moving. I'm selling something. Look, if I'm looking to have men's haircut. I think that guy's doing a real nice job too. But they always got the ladies in there, right? Is it a little more? Do I tip more to the lady? Because, you really look good. I really like that. I wish my husband looked like this, or my boyfriend, or my partner, or whatever. You know what I mean? It don't make a difference. You're selling to that person and you're adjusting. You're still yourself, but you're being nice. You're not being fake. You're yourself. You're just giving them respect. That's their values. That's their thing. I understand what triggers not to touch, what triggers not to say, what things to avoid. And that's after a while, when you're in that field, okay, so you're looking for those people. And then you're looking for the size. How large are the force? The salespeople, they got benefits, pay, they got commission, they cost me a lot. They talked about the house a salesperson, it means in-house or an agency. You have somebody else there. The agency sells for several different companies. Whoever's giving them a higher profit, that's who they push. They'll make your sales, whatever agreement you made, but they may not go above and beyond that because the other company's paying them a little more. So they're doing it. Your own Salesforce are there more loyal to you, for lack of better words, give you the message, you train them, they know you, and they have a more insight. That's just my personal opinion. You have to look at the dollar when it comes down to it, because you could use your own house for the real saturated market and use an agency for the markets you want to go on to, but you're not sure, so you pay them, and if it ends up fruitful, then you change it around. Okay. I got 8 more minutes. Motivating. Okay, so you got to compensate them fairly. Usually a flat wage, and then commission. Because sometimes the sales goes up and down, so you don't want the person starving or falsifying. Something that I think was Wells Fargo, where the sales thing done for new accounts they had to do. And sometimes when you look at numbers across the industry, how the heck are they doing it? They got to be doing something that is illegal, or if it's not illegal, shit, I don't want to get on that bandwagon and hire some of those people. Okay, and then supervising them. Supervising sales force, you don't want to be watching them. You want them to creativity. Everyone talks differently. Everyone goes out there. Some of my Salesforce people that worked, I didn't think they were. How the hell can you sell? But the clientele they're selling, they represent them. They're like them. They're outspoken. Hey, what the heck are you doing this? And they talk back to them, and they connect there, and they give me the largest sales. So I leave them alone as long as those numbers are coming in, and I could justify it. They're not out there selling another company, but they're focusing on there. They're using their time to wine and dine, and whatever they have to do to meet and build a relationship. You don't build a relationship meeting someone once online. You build a relationship meeting them several times. That every time you meet them, you have to give them something in return. Okay. And that's where your promotion comes in. So you have that in the social sellings online. So you try to get the influencers in sales. They got a following. So now, how do I turn them around that following to buy my product or somebody else's product? Okay. And now this one, these are just the objectives. Discuss the selling person process and managing customer relation. The whole thing, and we talked about that in their prospecting, approach, present. I already did the handling objective, closer, following. Personal. I talk fast. Jeez. Remember, it's all recorded there. I do talk slowly because there's some people, especially if you're doing with certain cultures, they understand your language. So when I talk to them, I could talk fast. They understand what I'm saying. But when they're speaking back to me, they're basically speaking slower because they have to convert their word to the English language. English is second language for me. Polish is my first language. So I understand, all right. So they have to convert that to the language. So they understand exactly what I said. That went like this, but that conversion, so they didn't say the wrong word or do something to upset me, because they understand that they're more thinking. And then that thing is the pause. And a lot of the things, remember, you gotta have that big ear listening. You're thinking, oh, they don't understand, and you're trying to change it. Give them time to work with their thought, and some cultures need that culture. They take this information and absorb. It's not only culture; it's individual. Let them sink in. You know what I mean? Not 10 minutes later. All right, and that's timing. You can tell by the nonverbal. Oh, they got it, or they got a question because you're waiting for them. That shows respect, pause, and but some people want it right away. You have to be able to adjust. Okay, so you have that. And the last learning objective, real quickly, is explain how sales promotion campaigns are developed, implemented. Okay, so I look at sales promotion. The short-term incentives encourage people to come in, and I had to, when we talked about pricing, just to get them in, reduce the price, or seeing which campaign am I targeting the right area. I know which individuals want to buy this, and they're there, but am I sending a message or everything else to the right person? And if they come in and they got the coupon, could I upsell them with the coupon? Or are these only the thrifty people? And how do I get the next level? Do I have to adjust the coupon and say, get this coupon, but if you buy this, or if you spend over $150, you get 30% off instead of 20% you spend. And that's just another way of trying to upsell you indirectly. And here's the basic model, without you thinking that you're being upsold. Like, okay, so rapid growth sales promotion. Okay, so you that's good. You want the product manager to why they doing? They got to increase sales. Their bonuses are on that. Competing brands offer. Here, let me do something in here real quickly. It'd make it easier. Okay, I'll do this. Okay, companies face more competition. I'm live, so this way I have it set. Competing, I got 3 more minutes. Competing brands offer something different that you're doing. Decline in raising costs of clutter, legal constraint, inflation. Remember, inflation is just another word that the government is printing too much dollars. Well, that's good. People have more money. They have more money, but they don't have no supply. So now you have more money chasing fewer products, so the prices go up. So basically, are you really making much? I'm making more money now, but when I was younger, for 25 cents, I got a whole bag full of candy. Now for 25 cents, I get one little ball of bubble gum, maybe 2 if I'm lucky, but they're smaller in size. So you have to be aware of all that. Okay, now sales promotion objective is customer. Okay, so I'm going to go this. Customers have become more deal oriented, especially with COVID. Well, COVID is kind of more deal. They're more product looking because there's a supply chain issue now. So utilize that to your advantage if you have the product. Remember, you could sell it to another competitor if you wanted to. If you had too much of the product. And that's part of the sales. Consumer promotions, right? This is how you're doing sales objectives. Trade promotions. Okay, I think. There we go. Trade, business promotion. And a lot of times you'll find out in sales and everything else. I'm just giving you a quick overview. And then Salesforce. And then major tools they have for sales promotion. Samples, coupons, rebates. Menards does that a lot. Price packs, premiums, advertising specials, point of purchase for kids. Right there you get buy one, get 2 free, or this one's for free. Sometimes you have something that's ready to be expired. Instead of taking a loss on it, you just bring it out. You still got a few days and you just give it out as a free sample. It just simulates. And you write that off as an expiration or a part of your sales or marketing expense. Remember, that's the accounting area of that. Or I'm teaching, what do you call it, advertising. I mean marketing. Okay, so event marketing, major tools for promotion, trade, and that one basically is specialty discounts, discount allowance, free trade, and sales conventions and sales trade show. Conventions basically you come in there, find a new item, and the way they work is like a credit card or a little credit card like that. It's just your information, company information, and you get so many points if you listen to this thing and you go around down and gives you access. What they're trying to do is just create a list to pre-qualify. You came to the booth, something interested you on that, so they will call you. If you didn't come to the booth, why call you? You weren't interested. Maybe you didn't see the booth, so they may get it from another competitor or some information. They may ask you to give you something. Fill out this little survey or give us your business card or anything else. It works out well that way. All right. So I think I've covered everything I had on sales and promotion. And if I really look at this chapter, expand level 1. You have to, for lack of better words, I just want to do it because remember, part of sales is planting seed. So this way you see what we have. And so sales and promotion. The promotion is the front end. It brings people to the store, potential buyers. They didn't buy nothing. And then the salesperson or the account manager or whatever, they bring it in. Remember, the salesperson is peddling something. Account manager takes the whole account for a larger company or even a smaller one and tries to help you buy more products by understanding you, creating a profile, for lack of a better word. Your shopping, what you like, what not to talk about. Those will get your ladies, you get your hair done. That beautician, he or she, they already have a thing. Don't talk about the family, they're getting divorced. Don't talk about dogs, she hates dogs, got bit. Talk about dogs, she's a rescue person. Whatever it is, so that information is there. That's what the salesperson is. The salesperson is the face of the organization. So it's not a cold building, it's a person that you relate to. That's why when you get the right salesperson, you don't want to disconnect. You make that connection. You try to keep them in. Sometimes people want to move, but you got to be careful on the larger accounts. Okay, so that's all we have. We discussed that, the roles, identify, the strategy, and that's a good thing if you look at a career objective. Sales is one way. Sales and HR. You go into sales, you meet everyone in the company because you have to deal with them from the perspective of a customer. HR is another thing from the perspective there. What I want you to remember as a salesperson, when you're dealing with the client, you're representing your company. The company's right. I'll talk to them. I'll try to do what I do. When you go back to the company, you're representing your the client now, not the company. Hey man, we really ripped off this customer. This guy, he spends $50,000 a year, and look at the crap we sold him. Look, I talk to them like this. I understand I'm doing this, but in real life, that's how it's discussed in meetings. I don't care how much degrees you have. They want to know what the heck's going on. This guy is pissed. He's upset. He's going to do our competitor's going to offer. We have to make this right. And you see, I'm defending them. But there I say, things happen, because now I'm defending the company. That's what a good person. That's the same thing with an HR rep. He or she is defending, first of all, the employee to the management, and then from to the employee, they have to present the management supervisor's perspective why you're getting disciplined or why you're in trouble. And those are different types. Those are people skills. That individual is the one who moves up because they can manage. If they do well in sales, a lot of different companies, different personalities, you could manage people. And you know how to sell your product. That's just my spin on it. Again, I'm Dr. George Mochocki. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a nice day. Okay, bye.